Sagittarius, and welcome to your reading for October the 8th through October the 15th. And I want to thank you all for the love for last week on YouTube. Mwah! I really appreciate you all. Thank you, thank you. And I'd love it if you would give me a thumbs up for this video if you like it, of course. Share, give me feedback and comment. I really am open to all kinds of feedback and comments, and I always respond to the comments. And share if you feel inspired, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Thank you, thank you. So without further ado, 7 cards popped out for you, and this is the general. It's fluid, so there's no particular. I used to read it for a card for each day, but I'm not doing that. I've been directed to do a more fluid reading, so these cards are for the week, for the whole week, and you know, the general energy. So the first card that popped out for you basically was the 7 of coins. Also, I want to remind you that this is for your sun, moon and rising, and I will leave those links below in the description box. And this is a general reading, Sagittarius, so if you would like a personal reading, that information will be below in the description box also. So the 7 of coins, right? So she's had a hard day, and she's just stopped to really appreciate the fruits of her labor, if you will. So when this card comes up, it's asking you to look at the work that you've done, pat yourself on the back, really appreciate how far you've come, how much you've grown, what you've accomplished in life, because it's so easy for us to focus on what we haven't accomplished. But what we need to do is look at what we have accomplished and how far and how much we've done. This is about really acknowledging how wonderful you are and how hard you've worked, and really appreciating what you've done. Because if you're not appreciating what you've done, then you're not going to get any more rewards for it. If you can't appreciate it, how can anybody else appreciate it? So I always say this is about looking at your cup half full as opposed to half empty. Now, the second card that came up for you is the 6 of Cups. This is like, look, this is kind of a happy card, but it's also saying you're kind of focusing on the past as opposed to the present. It's like romanticizing the past. It's like thinking of the past as being better than it is in the present. So for me, when this card comes up, it's saying, look, come back into the present, particularly with this, right? Come back to the present. Look at what you have and not what you haven't. Look, it's fine to look back. If you're looking back, this is also about kind of looking back. It's being in the moment, but you're looking at the hard work you've done, right? So this is saying, yeah, it's okay to look back. Don't romanticize the past. Like, don't stay there and say, oh, it was better then than it is now. This is about looking back and saying, wow, look how far I've come. This is about giving yourself the credit. It's about lifting yourself up, feeling good about yourself, feeling good about what you've accomplished, feeling good about how far you've come, how much you've grown, how you've changed. This is asking you to do that. And then we have the 3 of coins. Now, sometimes this is about the expert, right? This is about, look, this is about somebody who knows exactly what they're doing, and it's about focus. Look, he's focused on the task. That's all he's right in that moment. He's an expert at what he's doing, and he's focusing on that creativity, that he's creating something incredible, and all his focus is on it. And to me, look, this is the number 3, which is creative. It's creation. So when the number 3 comes up, it's saying, you know, I am seeing clearly be in the present moment, right? this is clearly being in the moment, because when you're creating something, right? Look, when you're doing something, you're creating something, you're channeling source energy. You can't get closer than that. Some of the things that I do when I'm creating something, I'm like, this isn't me. This is I get in the zone and I'm so present and in the moment. And it's such an incredible feeling. It's such an uplifting feeling. And when you are creating something, you're raising your vibration. You're raising your vibration higher. You are totally in the zone, right? In the moment of creation. That's what this is saying. Now, what's interesting is, look, you've got the Fool now. The Fool is this, you know, look, he's this wonderful, naive person that's just so happy. And look, this is saying that there's going to be some change in your life. Now, you can choose to look at the change as something kind of negative, or you can choose to look at it as an adventure, because it comes up right next to the Tower, and the Tower is change. Something is going to be taken away. Something is going to go. And whatever it is, Sagittarius, it needs to go, because when the Tower shows up in a reading, it means that something's going to go, and maybe drastically and shockingly, or, you know, suddenly. And that's okay. And the Fools come up with it, right? So this is saying, look, choose to look at this as an adventure. None of us know what's going to be around the corner. None of us know what's going to happen tomorrow. Look, in March, I was driving in the slow lane, just, you know, within the speed limit, actually a little bit less. I'd been in the car for over 2 hours, and it was really interesting. I'd been all the way in Pennsylvania, but it was actually between my house and my friend's house. I was in New York, and it was between my house. I was going to my friend's house for dinner, and I'm there, and all of a sudden it was like the movies. It was like, somebody bashed into the back of me, and then there was a pileup, and they just kept bashing me, and it was like out of the blue. You know, luckily everybody came out okay. It was amazing, actually, a 4-car pileup, and everyone came out fine. You know, minor issues, basically. Shocking though it was. What I'm saying is, it could have been worse. It wasn't. I'm so grateful that it wasn't. But it really jolts you, and it really makes you think that, wow, the next moment isn't promised to us, right? So we should look at every moment as an adventure, even though there's change, right? Something precipitated that change, and sometimes now, either our own negligence or our own choices, whatever it is, right? When something's being taken away, it's usually for the better when the Tower shows up. Now, the Fool, right, is based on the jester, the court jester, back in the day. And the court jester wasn't a fool at all. And people used to laugh at him. But they loved him, but they were also afraid of him, because he had the king's ear. He wasn't stupid, and at times he would give the king advice. So people revered him, right? They were very cautious with him, because, you know, they wanted to be his friend, because they didn't want the wrath of the jester and the back, you know, behind the scenes. Well, this jester, so he's not stupid and he's not foolish, but he's totally in faith. He knows that he's going to be taken care of. He's one of these guys that, like, you know, change is happening, right? So he accepts it, and he goes on this journey and says, wow, this is an adventure. I don't know what's going to happen next. How exciting is that? Whereas some people will be like, oh my God, what's going to happen? I don't know what's going to happen. So there's the difference in perception, right? So if you look upon your change as an adventure and say, hey, who knows where this will bring me? You know, I'll go on this journey and I might end up in greener pastures. And usually that's the case. You can look at it months later and say, wow, that was a really good change. You know, that happened for a reason. And so this is saying, look at your journey as an adventure. And then you can't be in worry, and you can't, you know, things are going to be okay, Sagittarius. You're going to be fine. Don't worry. The Fool will jump. He can jump off a cliff and just know that he'll fall down and be supported by the wind, just like a leaf falling down from a tree, right? Perception. It's how you look on life. That's what it is. And this is coming in, right, with the Wands. So this is the Ten of Wands, which really, first of all, tens indicate that things are coming to an end, right? Now, the Ten of Wands is when you've taken on too much. So maybe that's what's being taken away, because you need to drop some of this bundle, darling. It is way too heavy, and it's slowing you down. It's stopping you. It's blocking you. That's what it is. It's blocking you, which doesn't surprise me. There's a lot of things astrologically that's happening this month. There's so much. It's amazing. Like we have Mercury and the Sun, right, squaring Pluto. But we also have Jupiter moving into Scorpio. I mean, things are... First of all, I just want to say, though, everything's going direct. There is nothing retrograde at all astrologically this month. So it's all about action. It's all about going forward. It's about not stopping for this, you know, it's about moving forward. Keep it moving. You know, be like the Fool. Start that journey. Start that exciting, adventurous journey. And that's how you've got to look at it. But you've got to stop, you know, you've got to drop some of that bundle, right? Look how it's slowing you down. You see? You have to delegate, and you have to be honest with yourself. This is really about being honest with yourself about what you can and what you can't handle, Sagittarius. It's really important to delegate. Drop that bundle. It can be delegating at work. It can be at home. It can be, you know, feeling like the whole world is on top of you. You're carrying the weight of the world, which is, you know, very this energy, right? The Tower. Tower's burning down. It feels like your whole life's burning down. But guess what? That needs to burn down, right? Drop it. That's probably what's weighing you down, whatever it is. Whatever it is. It could be a relationship, could be a home, could be a job. Whatever it is going, with it being gone, it's going to free you up to have this incredible adventure. Let it go. Don't fight it. Just go with the flow. Go on this journey. Look upon it as an adventure. Things are going to change for the better. They really are. Once that's gone, let it go. Drop it. Drop it like a hot potato. You don't need it. And we've got the Queen of Wands. Now, she's amazing, the Queen of Wands. She's charismatic, beautiful. She's, you know, she's the belle of the ball. She'll come in and she'll take a room and keep their attention, and everyone just hangs on every word. She's just the party girl, right? Fun with a capital F. She's about self-esteem. This is about building your self-esteem. So this beautiful journey that you're going on, you have to let go of this. You've really got to build up your self-esteem. This is like solar plexus chakra right here, right under the breastplate. This is your stomach, where you feel. It's your self-worth, how you're feeling. This is about loving yourself, right? You've been through a rough time, right? But that's over. The Ten of Wands is telling you that's over. You don't have to stay there. You can move on, dance the night away, right? You're going to be in this journey, this lovely adventure. Take it on like the Queen of Wands, you know. She's fiery, she's passionate. This is about being passionate and exciting about this new phase of your life. Sagittarius, things are looking up. Be the Queen of Wands, darling. Go out and dance and sing and take this exciting, incredible adventure. And let this go. Just drop it. Don't fight it. Just let it go. Things are going to be good. This is interesting because this is about self-esteem too, right? This is 7. It's introspective. It's like, feel good about yourself. Give yourself credit. This is working on loving you. If you don't love you, no one else will, right? For some of you, this could be a relationship that's going. But it's bogging you down. Whatever it is, it's holding you back. It's got to go. It's got to go, whatever it is. It's time. And work on your self-esteem, Sagittarius. You're going to feel so much better when you love yourself. Everything falls into place. Everything. Honestly, it's all about knowing your worth, self-respect and love. Love of yourself. Well, Sagittarius, thank you so much for tuning in. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week.
For a personal reading, please email Mary at liveinthesolution.com.